let's see here. I'm now live, and I think Allison's live.
She's live. We're checking connection.
And we're going to see if we can get some...
We're now live. Hey, listen, it's kind of a soft start because, perfect, someone's hopped in.
Nice.
It feels earlier than we usually do.
Because
it is.
It is.
It is. But good Friday morning to those who have joined us. We already got a few people there.
Right.
Brian, say hello to...
Nathan's my man.
Nathan.
Oh, man.
Good morning.
Nathan's my man.
And
Nathan, your hair is looking so beautiful these days.
And I got my first folks coming in. But hey, listen, we're not going to waste your time because here's the deal. We are your two favorite realtors on the internet.
That's right.
That is an undeniable fact.
Yeah, undisputed amongst
all
realtors.
That's right. And this morning, we are going to be bringing you three myths and a bonus one.
That's right.
About the real estate markets, and real estate trends. And we're hopefully going to blow up some of the things that you may be commonly hearing on the streets, have heard, and or maybe wondering, or quite frankly, don't care, but you will after you're hearing us this morning.
That's right. Guys, Bryant Lovett here with Lovett Properties, Sandy Roberts.
With Sandy Roberts Realty, under the heading of Lovett Properties.
Guys, we're excited to be with you guys this morning.
It's so always good to be here. It's so much fun to come to you. I feel like, Brian, I love doing this because it makes me a better agent, forces me to think, educationally, thematically, just market trends, and really be able to come here with hopefully fresh content every Friday morning.
That's right.
Even when it gets early.
Yes.
To say, hey, listen, we want to provide value. And I've been getting feedback. I'm sure you have that. We have.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of good feedback.
Yeah.
We really do want to provide value. So
that's right.
And it puts us in that space. It forces us to be in that space on the regular, which is really, really good.
Which is so helpful.
Helpful for us.
Because in the day, Brian, you say this statistic all the time. Actually, I don't know what the statistic is, but I'll give you the general point.
Yeah.
That some of the best, the top producers are out there.
Yeah.
Are spending a large percentage of their year in continuing education.
That's
or something.
Exactly right.
What's the stat?
Here's the stat.
Thank you.
Top 1% of real estate agents are spending, on average, 90 hours a year in continuing education. 90 hours of just ongoing.
That is
craft building.
Freaking impressive.
Yes.
Here's the deal. I might not be able to do that, but I'll be honest with you. If we add up all of these,
all these episodes,
maybe we're a fraction of that.
That's right.
So that's a start. That's a start.
It is a good start.
Hey, Brian, so here's what I thought this morning. Like I said, we'll do 3 myths and then a bonus. I think we'll go back and forth. So maybe I'll start.
Kick us
then
off,
you
man.
go, me, you, and then you'll finish with the bonus.
I love it.
Because I think the bonus is gonna be our best one.
I don't know about that.
Well, I do.
So stay tuned to the end of this.
I was gonna say, and my wife's joining in. Thank you, Deanna, for joining in. Feel free to comment if you have something
to share,
immaculate to say.
That's right.
Okay, here's the deal. First thing, commonly heard on the streets of Raleigh, of the Triangle, even outside looking into the Triangle. Are we in a big bubble?
Yes.
The reality is absolutely not. And we've said it before, but I'll break down that myth really quickly. Why is that? Well, demand is real.
Yes.
We have 67 people moving here every day to the Triangle. We have the job report coming out, you read Triangle Business Journal, North Carolina Business, you know that the amount of jobs that are coming here from things like bandwidth, Apple, Google, Amazon, Nike, that's just to name...
just a handful.
Yeah.
Amazon, Fuji.
Yeah, Fuji, Diocent.
Oh, man.
It is, and probably more to come that we're not even aware of.
That's right.
So the reality is you have, people who are high earners coming here, along with people who are just moving here, also because of COVID, right? They can work virtually.
Yes.
So why you want to come to the Carolinas? I was just in Texas. People were like, Carolinas are great. You got the mountains,
that's right,
and the coast,
that's right.
And of course, you're in North Carolina. Great, cost of living, great parks, great internet, but also
infrastructure,
and great universities.
Exactly.
So demand is real. Also, too, interest rates are historically low. But on top of that, there are things in place that weren't there from 2008 to make sure that you're not just giving them stated income and you're getting a pre-approval. No, there are processes in place that are protecting, really the consumer, but also the whole housing market.
Yeah, let's talk about that for just 2 seconds. The average homeowner in default right now nationwide is only like 8%. I mean, when you talk about COVID impact and like not being able to pay your mortgages and job losses and all these things, if that stat is that low, that tells me that the people that have been qualifying for loans and been buying homes over the past 10, 15 years, 10, 12 years are qualified.
Yeah.
And they're keeping up with their payments.
That's right.
So anyways, good stuff on that.
Demand is real.
Yep.
As we said, the interest rates are historically low and they're appropriate.
Yeah.
Third, we have millennials, which is one of the largest groups that is continuing, that is one of the largest age group in America right now that are buying en masse.
That's right.
So that's, and so, that's on top of the other, baby boomers, and whatever, Gen Z or whatever.
That's right. All the generations.
Yeah, the millennials are buying
like crazy.
Crazy.
That's right.
And then last but not least, if we could just say this much, yes, we are coming out of tough economic times. But the reality is the amount of equity that people have in their house, it's incredible.
Yes.
So they can weather a particular tough economic, maybe personal downturn because of the equity they have in their home, which is why one people are staying in, which is why the supply is low in particular. But all this to say, let me just scale back. We are not in a bubble.
Yes.
That's all. That's a myth. It's not true.
So let's just go ahead and break that.
That is myth buster number one. We are not in a bubble. This is true demand. We need more supply. But the reality is the houses for these prices are warranted, and we're still undervalued, as we've said, compared to other places in the U.S. Yes. I was just, like I said, in Texas, flew out of Austin, Seattle, Portland, even places like Charlotte. Yeah, so know that, yes, you're paying more than you think you should.
Yep.
Everyone is.
Yep.
But it's still actually...
We all feel that way.
But it's actually within...
That's right.
What's an appropriate range, all things considered.
Yeah.
So myth number one.
You just tossed up the second myth. And
take us there.
I'm going to...
Myth number
2.
Yep.
Myth number 2, guys. I hear this a lot from folks. And that is that I should hold off and wait because, honest to goodness, that house needs more work than I'm willing to put into it. I'm going to wait. I'm not going to buy. Homes are inflated. I'm going to wait for things to come back down. I'm going to wait for things to come my direction again.
Yeah.
That was common thought, right?
If
in a not flatline, but in a little bit more of a moderate market, Raleigh over the past 30, 40 years has grown by 2 to 3% every single year. So we've been a very steady growth state. I don't know how many folks are aware of that, but we've just been a very steady, easygoing...
Steady growth state.
Steady growth state. Steady growth area. Wake County's been very steady.
Yep.
We're not used to the swings. We're not used to the spikes. We're not used to the dips. We're not used to those things. I mean, we grew by 2% in 2008.
Wow.
So... a lot of this stuff is new to us here in the Triangle. So a lot of folks in this area consequently have this thought process, and I hear it a lot. So I just want to go ahead and bust this myth that I should wait. I should pause. I should actually wait for things to cool down a little bit. I should actually be in a position. I should be in a better position if I wait later, maybe next year, maybe in the next couple years, and then be able to buy a home with the updates that I think I need. Like, I'm not going to buy a house that needs a roof. I'm not going to buy a house that needs an HVAC system. I'm not going to buy a house that needs kitchen updates or bathroom updates. I'm not going to do that. I'm definitely not going to pay over appraisal. We're hearing that a lot from folks. The problem with that mindset is that when you do have a rising economy like what we've got, and an area that is growing in a very real and a substantial way, borrowing off of myth number 1.
Yep.
Then you've got bad news coming your way in the next couple of years.
Bad news.
Like really bad news coming your way. Where, okay, yeah, sure, let's wait, let's hold off. You're going to still buy that house in a couple of years that still needs the roof and still needs the updates and still needs these things, and you're going to pay more for it. And that is just heartbreaking for a lot of folks. So we're doing our best to educate. We're doing our best to make sure that people see that now is certainly the time. My grandparents, I've maybe shared this on this episode before, but my grandparents bought their house off of St. Mary's Street for like $35,000. 35 years ago. 950 is about where it should sell right now, like wow. 950 or so, 990. Like, that's insane. So to think that you can just magically wait and see the market come your direction in this area,
that's a myth.
That is a myth. So let's go ahead and bust it.
Let's go ahead and bust it. So that's number 2.
Myth number 3.
Myth number 3 is this, and I know a lot of times people say this, hey, listen, I'm having a hard time. I've put in a few offers. Listen, according to the National Association of Realtors, you are putting in, on average, 4 offers in North Carolina. That's at large. That, Raleigh might be more,
Yep.
but that's taken into account a lot of small towns around here. But on average, 4 offers before you go under contract.
That's right.
So here's the deal. A lot of times you get frustrated. Say, man, what do I need to do? Do I need to go ahead and pop up to maybe pay a little bit more to get out? Guys, here's the reality. With even in the Wake County median price right now, coming out of the Wake County Register of Deeds, now at $374, I believe.
Guys,
it's crazy, crazy. So here's the deal: going up is not actually going to fix your problem. Here's what I think the better framework. So the myth busting is, okay, I'm losing out in this this price. Maybe I should go up to get above kind of the crowd. It's not going to happen. I mean, we're crowded even above $500,000.
That's right.
So the reality is, a better frame of mind is, okay, here's what I need to be thinking about. Where can I put maybe I need to come down.
Ooh, take us there.
To have the most, again, that is, obviously it's nice. It does, you may be in a more competitive price point, price range per se. But you can put in an offer where you can really cover an appraisal gap. So it really comes down to a cash reserve issue, not necessarily a monthly price issue.
It becomes a
monthly mortgage.
A buying power issue.
That's right. It's a buying power issue.
Man,
so it's less about, hey, you might be able to afford up to 400. Maybe you're coming down to 390, 380 so that you have enough cash difference to be able to put a more competitive in and cover.
That's exactly right.
Than if things were a little bit higher.
Yep.
So it comes down to, which we've talked about before, not necessarily what you can afford up to, but really what kind of cash reserves do you have to play between necessarily like an appraisal gap, due diligence. These things actually come into play a little bit. Actually, a whole lot more. So myth number 3, I'm losing out in this bracket. I got to go up. Not necessarily true. We're busting that myth and saying actually a lot of times we need to go down to give us a little bit more purchasing power.
That's right.
All right, Brian, that's our 3. So we like to, 3 is an important number, but go ahead and let's close down today with myth. Number bonus. 4. Yeah, well, it's a bonus one.
That's right. Guys, the bonus myth is that if you do not bring your realtor along for the ride with the transaction, that you have a better chance at winning offers. You have a better chance at giving the seller what they're looking for. You have a better chance of successfully not only going under contract but getting closed on the house that you've been looking for. Guys, let's bust that myth.
Okay.
We've got to do it this way, and we got to start with an analogy because you used this analogy earlier.
Go there.
No one wants a doctor.
No.
You don't want to have to go to the doctor.
That's right.
But you need them, right? And that's because things go wrong. And so, guys, our value to our clients is actually increasing more and more in this market. I can't stress that enough.
That's right.
Going under contract is only getting harder. Staying under contract is only getting harder. Closing is only getting harder.
That's right.
I spent hours this week creatively strategizing how to keep my clients under contract and get them closed without completely liquidating their finances with a low appraisal.
Yeah.
I mean, I spent so much time crafting that scenario for my client.
That's right. So Brian, the myth is that I can do this on my own, and that I don't need. And actually, the real estate agent is getting in the way.
That's
right. They're taking money, net proceeds away from the seller. It could help to strengthen the offer.
Yep.
The reality is, when everything's going perfect. Yes. Hey, I'll sit down and debate with you about why you need someone to speak on your, to really broker a transaction.
That's right.
But really 9 times out of 10, I don't even say 10 times out of 10, when things do not go well, and they particularly don't, especially as a buyer, you need that advocacy because the sellers have the upper hand.
That's right.
Conversely, the sellers do still need appropriate marketing, pricing strategy.
That's right.
How to deal with when you have 40 to 60 offers come in. How are you going to do that and be fair and stay within the realm of real estate law? The reality is this is what we major in.
Yes.
And so when we're called in, and especially when things get tough, I think that's where we show our value to really to a different level. And worth every penny.
Every single penny. On average, we're making our sellers about 17% more when they work with us than if they were to work without us. Try to sell without us. I mean, there's these stats that are very real, and they're not. As the phrase goes, stats don't lie, but liars use stats. Guys, we're using stats that do not lie, and we are not liars using these stats.
That's
I mean, we are really here to help our clients. So that's a bonus myth. Let's go ahead and bust it, because you can make the argument, like you said, there is no need for a real estate agent. There is no need for a broker if everything goes smoothly. You have us along for the ride because things statistically won't go smoothly, and therefore you're going to want us around.
And stats, my friend, don't lie. Stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie.
Stats don't lie. And that's what we're going to leave you with, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in early this Friday morning.
Right.
I pray that when you replay this, there will be something enlightening as you kind of get ready for your Friday. But I'm excited for this weekend. We'll see what's in store.
Yeah.
It's good to be back here in the Triangle.
It's good to have you back in Raleigh, man.
I appreciate it. I'm going to keep sipping on my solo coffee. Shout out there.
Me
you can
as
now
well.
go in person. Or rather, you can go inside.
Inside, which is awesome. That's right. And I just saw Talisa Jones tune in, co-owner of Liturgy Coffee.
Great.
So she just tuned in.
So if you're in Durham.
So if you're in Durham, hit up Liturgy.
Yeah, Matt Blevin. Liturgy.
That's right, Matt.
At the Durham Food Hall, I think that's where they are.
And they just opened up. So you can come inside there too.
So good. It feels good for things to be opening up on the whole.
That's right. Feels good. So got good things coming. Guys, enjoy this weekend. If you're looking for a house, best of luck to you. If you're selling a house, hold on to your hats.
And we got two final things here from our executive producer. I'm gonna let you take that.
We got some comments. Is that what we've got? Oh, I did not read them. Maybe they're on. They're on Facebook.
They're on their Facebook. So shout out Johnny
That's
Pratt.
Right. That's
and then
right.
I think Ken.
Yeah, Ken Caffo tuned in this morning, and man, some good clients of mine that bought all the way out in Pikeville, North Carolina.
Goodness.
Guys, we go a long ways for our clients.
Literally. We travel for you.
We do travel for our clients.
We travel.
So.
All right, enough of this. I know you're tired of seeing us this morning, but we hope you have a great day. Get your caffeine in you and get started.
That's right.
Feel free to check in, say hello, but we always love joining you. From your two favorite realtors on the internet. I'm Sandy.
Brian Lovett. Guys, enjoy the weekend.
Have a good one.